What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this is Mod Overview V4. So as you guys may know, I'm done with shows with this car. I'm really done spending any more money on this car, so this will be the final phase of the car as it is shown here. So if you've never seen one of these videos before, I pretty much go over everything I've done on the car, and I'm just going to make this video as if I'm making it for the first time. So I'm going to be repeating some parts that I've mentioned before, but this will just really be a whole recap of everything I've done and the 7 years of ownership with this car. So yeah, let's get started. Before we begin, let's describe what this is. This is a 2015 Subaru Impreza hatch, dark gray metallic CVT. So we're going to start off with the exterior here. Let's head to the front. So I got a couple things here. Firstly, we have my retrofit headlights set up. So this is Morimoto HIDs, Morimoto projectors, and the DiodeDynamics C-light. As you can see, I blacked out the housings, but I left the high beam bowl chrome, so it gives it a nice contrast. With the grille, here is the Corazon Japan Grille, paint match, dark gray metallic, so it gives it a nice deep profile on the inside. I have a authentic Japanese Impreza badge with a custom 3D printed mount. That's how I kind of have this mounted there. Behind it, you can see the Hella Supertones with the parent bracket. Over here, we got the Night Runner International plate bracket with the OEM STI marquee plate. Down here, these are the chrome bezels wrapped carbon fiber, and then below is the OLM Night Seeker fog lights. So here's the front lip setup, which is pretty crazy. I have OEM front bumper shrake pieces here, so get a better angle here. So these pieces in the corners here, these are OEM parts. So these corner pieces are made for the 12 to 14 bumper, but I made it work on my 2015. Underneath that is a 18 STI front lip. Got that painted gloss black, and then below that is a Battle Aero chassis mounted splitter. This one is made for the 2015 Plus WRX, but I made it fit on my car, so it is not a direct bolt-on, but you can definitely make it work. Heading to the side of the car, here are some OLM window louvers. It's just direct bolt-on as well. Bolt-on. You stick onto the corner of the window. These are made for the 15 WRX as well, but it works just fine on this chassis. Got the OEM rain guards, wrapped in gloss black vinyl wrap, OLM carbon fiber trim. So this is their specific Crosstrek kit. So it comes with each piece. I'm actually missing this one because it fell off, but it has this, and this right here. So it all comes in together. Also on the front bumper, I have quick latch bumper releases as well. Along the side here, I have the front and rear splash pieces on the side skirts. You see right there and back there, and underneath is an Evo 8 side skirt splitter, just some eBay thing, and I painted it gloss black. So let's move on to the wheels. So these are Volk Racing T37 SL. I did powder coat these white and added the OG stickers on the spokes, running some Project kicks, valve stems, and some raised stem caps. For the lugs, these are actually Muteki SR48s. So I have some Project kicks in the rear, but I accidentally over torqued some of those and they kind of broke, so I have to run these in the front for now. You can kind of see back there I have a big brake kit conversion. So this is the Brembo 4-pot caliper, some 04 STI R1 Concepts slided rotors with some R1 Concepts pads, also some Stop Tech stainless steel lines in the back. So this is the kit from ctsvbrakeswap.com. So pretty much it's a custom caliper bracket that lets you put on Cadillac Brembos onto your Subaru or FRS or any other platforms they have it for. So I painted the caliper silver, added the Brembo sticker. You can see back there, it fits so nicely with this car, and also of course the car stops like no other. Here's the rear wheels here. As you can see, signal white powder coat. It definitely pops a lot in the sunlight, especially when they're clean. Back here I have slided rotors as well, just these stock calipers I painted silver. So let's move on to the back. So up top here we have the OEM hatch wing. So it's worth mentioning this car came with no pre-installed Aero or anything, so I actually added everything you could possibly get for this car. Yep, OEM hatch wing, paint matched already, of course, dark gray metallic. Up top, this is a Spoiler King spoiler extension. This one is made for a Focus ST, but as you can see, actually fits pretty nicely on top of this wing. It flows nice. It's a tail light. So these are the Colin LED tail lights. Had these for like 7 years at this point. Some of them are developing condensation, unfortunately. I think it's due to this crack in the housing, but really love these tail lights. This is probably one of my first mods I ever did. Got the Cobb wiper delete right here. Very simple mod, just never used the rear wipers, so figured to clean up the hatch a lot. Here's a badge overlay from JDM FV. Had this done a while ago. Got the raised plate frame. And down at the corners here, so this is an OEM mud guard as well. It's like a added accessory, I think, on the sport models. So I put it on this car, of course. Below that are some WRX rear spats. You have to modify these, so you have to cut the ends so that it fits the length of the rear. Coming down here, you can see I did a rear bumper cut, so I cut the entire plastic off just with the Dremel. And then you can see the R400 at the bottom. Also, I have an OLM rear diffuser for the STI. Did some custom brackets to make it sit lower so it wouldn't touch the tips of the R400. So that's why it kind of sits lower than you think it would, which is all right. I mean, I like it personally. Over here, we have the OLM F1 fog light. So this one is the red bar. It also has the F1 strobing function, which is super cool. So that is just mounted on the crash beam with some JB Weld and L bracket and some double-sided tape, and it's held on perfectly fine. The car is currently sitting on Airlift Performance 3P bags. That's why this thing is absolutely slammed. Definitely love the bags. I have an install video on my channel, but that is pretty much it for the exterior. Definitely an area I focused a lot on this car. Since you know, these cars are pretty slow, you can't do much otherwise, so kind of had to make it look nice. But that is pretty much it for the exterior. Let's go ahead and move on to what's in the engine bay. So here we are, the FB20, the slowest car on the block. So let's start off with some dress-up mods. Here we have the Perrin pulley cover. So this is actually using some custom brackets made by GB7 Club on Instagram. So it allows you to fit this inside here, because of course there is no aftermarket support for this car, or barely any, so there's no pulley covers, radiator shrouds, or anything. But good thing we have some very talented people out there to make custom brackets. Got the AEM cold air intake. This thing does nothing for performance besides make noise, and I understand that fully. So I have that there. I think it cleans up the look a lot. Got the Cusco strut tower brace. This one's actually for a Forester, but it fits perfectly fine on this car. Got an OEM Subaru filter. Always use these for my oil changes. Parent oil cap, some Brembo brake master cylinder sock thing, just so it cleans up everything. Over here, you can kind of see this. These are the Crawford billet power blocks. We got a lot of questions about these, if they really make a difference. I guess, I mean, maybe for the price point it's not really worth it to most people, but I guess you can kind of feel a difference on the low end. But honestly, trying to get any performance out of this engine short of a turbo, it's kind of pointless. So I'd say it does help the drivability of the car. It definitely feels a lot smoother, if that makes any sense. Anyway, then back there, kind of hidden, is the Perrin pitch stop mount. I also painted all the caps black. What I did for that is quite simple. Just use some good old Plasti Dip, and then for the brake master cylinder, I actually just masked off everything around and painted the cap that way. I feel like that just cleans up everything in here, besides seeing all the ugly yellow. And for some things you can't see, I do have some Inferno Fab catted unequal length headers in there. They sound amazing. I really can't think of much else that's in here. I definitely didn't focus much on the engine bay during my time modding this car, but I did clean it up a bit for Boxer Fest for its last show, so this car looks a little shinier than normal. But that's pretty much it in here. I mean, the retrofit setup, all the HID ballast and everything is tucked away behind each housing, so you can't see that. But yeah, I really concluded early on in this modding process of this car that it will never be fast unless you go turbo like a Rumble Hatch did. So that's a different story. But for me, if you're stock CVT and slow, then there's really not much you can do. So let's go ahead and move into the interior. I do have a few bits in there I'd like to show. So let's head there right now. Let's head inside the car. So there's not a ton of stuff in here, but it's still kind of worthy of showing, I think. So to begin, I have some carbon fiber trim pieces for a 2015 WRX. I swapped these over a long time ago. Here is the STI D-shaped steering wheel. Of course, this fits with some different parts. You need the CVT back plate and the Impreza Sport trim to get this working. But yeah, just the OEM STI wheel. I did put this Amazon carbon cover thing because it was kind of chipping on the sides. Honestly, I don't think it looks that bad, and I could really care less at this point. For the seats, I did a full front and rear STI seat swap. So these were off of an 18 STI. So it's the Alcantara and the leather. A direct swap, of course. I do have a video on this as well. So heading inside here, I don't have my poor man's access port anymore. I did take that out of here. I didn't really need it anymore. Let's see. Right here, the shift knob setup. So this is a Tomei Type S shift knob with a 3-inch extension and the Car Guys Garage CVT adapter. So pretty much how you change your gear. Pull up and pull down. That's pretty much it. Honestly, it cleans up the look a lot. I'm not trying to be manual or anything like that, but you know, trying to clean up the interior. That's what I did. It's just a bride bridge shift boot from eBay, just to clean that up. Got the airlift controller mounted. So all it is a phone mount that I just uninstalled right now, but you get the point. It mounts on there. Blacked out this piece right here for the interior. Did that a while ago. These are some Billet Works climate knobs. Got the Eliminate phone mount. What else? There's really not much else. Got the Broadway mirror, Surikawa, and yeah, some Husky floor mats as well. But like I said, I didn't really focus much on the interior up until like last year, where I did the STI seat swap and everything. And here's the rear. As you can see, got the full set. It was a super good deal. I could not pass it up. Yeah, front and rear seats, pretty good condition. Got the Husky liner floor mats like I mentioned. And of course back here we have the Airlift 3P trunk setup that I did real quick. I do have a video on this as well. All it is a pedestal mount for the manifold. Got dual Vire compressors, a 4-gallon aluminum end port tank, SMC water trap upgrade. That's really it, guys. I mean, got the sound isolators on the compressors as well, but super simple setup, non-intrusive. I can still haul a bunch of stuff. I have to pull all that crap out of there. OEM trunk hatch cover thing. Just have that there. And for some other stuff that I didn't really mention, I have 18% window tint all around. Stainless steel brake lines as well. I got a 20mm rear sway bar. Got some SPC toe arms, SPC lower control arms, SPC camber bolts. Just a couple of suspension mods to help dial in the alignment. But this is it, guys. This is the car I've had for 7 years almost. Modded the crap out of. Been to so many shows, met so many people, and it's just been around. A lot of miles on this thing. So this car is sitting at around 91,000 miles, and it was my daily driver for the better part of 7 years, and has given me no issues. I mean, I've already did a CVT fluid flush. I changed both the front and rear diffs already. I did the spark plugs, did all their basic maintenance stuff. Oil changed every 5K, so this car is definitely well taken care of, and it's never given me any problems. But yeah, this was my daily for the longest time. I mean, literally most of its life has been my daily. I used to commute to Maryland for work, 100 miles a day in this thing. It was slammed, it was static, but it still did just fine. And honestly, I'm just so happy on how it's turned out. This is literally the best phase it's ever been in. Everything's painted, it's on bags, TEs. Like this car, and if you know me, you guys already know, but this car just means so much. It's been in my life for, you know, all the good and all the bad. It's always been here. So get some extra stuff here. Give some shout outs. Shout out to Don't Suck That JP. I got the Lucky Labo swing hand pop thing. Take one good last look here, guys. Like I said, the car will still be around, just won't be my main thing anymore. I mean, I was swapping the wheels back over to the 8.6 here shortly, just so, you know, I can really retire this thing. The T's will be back on the car though, because I need wheels for winter time. Yeah, let's just admire it one last time. I mean, this car has come so far, like I said. Literally, I feel like I've done everything you can ever do on this thing, short of a turbo and crazy swaps. I mean, people overseas, and honestly, many people in the FB20 community these days do way crazier stuff. My car is really pretty basic compared to that, so dang, guys. Sometimes you just gotta like sit back and look. Like, this car has just come so far. I can't believe it. So that will be it for the video, guys. It's been a good run of this car, but it is time to move on to other things. And of course, thank you to everyone that's been a part of this journey. This car really started it all. It started the brand, the channel, the whole everything was with this car, and I'm gonna be more happier of how it turned out. Yeah, like I said, probably won't be seeing this car as much on the channel. I'll probably still post pictures of it on Instagram and whatnot, because of course it's still my half daily driver. It's my winter car, so I need something for winter, obviously. With that being said, guys, feel free to follow me on Instagram as always at will.kgfx. Check out my brand Katana Style, katanastyle.com, and at katana.style on Instagram, and I will catch you guys next time.